that Alec Baldwin called her a peasant.
Mm.
Sometimes I'd be feeling like I want to call someone a peasant too.
I wasn't raised that way, so hopefully I'm not going to become that person that just calls people peasants behind their back.
Listen, I wasn't raised that way either, but let me come up on some millions. Everyone's a peasant.
Now, what I definitely would say is brokey. I'd be like, oh, brokey.
You know who used to play Trump on Saturday Night Live? You know, Alec Baldwin. I was gonna say your boy again, but
Thank you for not doing that.
I won't do it again this episode. But Alec Baldwin made some more headlines. You know, we talked about him a few weeks ago. He was cleared of all charges for the Russ shooting out in New Mexico. But you know, he's still out and about, and he was I think at some type of gala with his wife, and he was talking to his friend, and you know, one of the servers there, you know, went up to him and was like, "I'm sorry, sir, like we're gonna have some servers walking through the tables. Like, can you move over for a minute?" And he was just like, "So when is it a good time to talk to my friends?" And then he kind of, you know, he was just like, he was very agitated and said, "Do I have to explain it to you?" And she was, you know, she
was professional.
Surprised. Yeah, she was
kept
surprised.
it professional.
She walked away, and then some of her coworkers told her that Alec Baldwin called her a peasant. Now I've been pretty pissed off at, you know, some bad servers or people speaking to me a certain way, but it seemed like she was just doing her job. Do you think he went a little bit too far with the peasant comment? And would you be surprised if this is true? Because he hasn't spoken on this, but
I'm not surprised at all if it is true. This is a guy who's been under attack and scrutiny for the last couple years now. After he shot that woman and killed her, so I can understand him. You know, any little thing probably bothers him at this point. He's trying to get back to his life and you know, put all this behind him. Any small inconvenience is probably like, oh my God, I can't believe this. This is beneath me. And it seems like that's probably what happened.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen him like attack paparazzi, which I mean, he tried to take people's cameras out their hand type of thing, or you know, he's had to go to anger management. You know, he lives in New York City, and I don't know, like there's a few encounters of him, you know, with paparazzi.
He's a drinker.
That too. But yeah, bro, I think this is, I don't know. Sometimes I'd be feeling like I want to call someone a peasant too. If you're rich, like, at least he's keeping it real. Like, that's how they feel. Like, I think it's fucked up, but hey, like, I think he's telling the truth. I think more rich people probably talk like that behind people's back, and we're just not unaware of it. She wasn't aware of it until other people told her.
Yeah. I mean, I could definitely see it. I wasn't raised that way, so regardless of whether I become a millionaire or not, hopefully I'm not going to become that person that just calls people peasants behind their back.
Listen, I wasn't raised that way either, but let me come up on some millions. Everyone's a peasant.
Now, what I definitely would say is brokey. I'd be like, oh, brokey. But peasant, there's something about peasant, like, it just makes me think of like the old English movies where you have somebody that has to shit outside their house, and it's like mud and stuff, and they have rags and holes in their clothing like it's Kanye merch. Like, I just don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, he's definitely going through some shit. I'm not sure if this is true.
Yeah.
But they were roasting John Fetterman, who, you know, this senator from Pennsylvania. He had to do what? Like he was away in a facility for like mental health issues and depression for like a couple of months.
Yeah.
But he's been out. They said he's been acting a lot better. He's been in the Senate, but now he's getting flamed for wearing hoodies and shorts in the Senate.
He's comfortable. He's comfortable. Listen.
Yeah, man, you just mentioned like loungewear, like, and you know, that's like the new thing, you know, working in tech, and you know, we all know politics is always a little bit more frumpy and behind. Do you think that he could be starting a trend? Because he's getting a lot of hate, especially from Republicans and, you know, conservatives on Twitter.
Listen, of course the Republicans and conservatives are going to attack him. He looks like somebody that just walked off the street and is like trying to make laws and put things into motion and stuff like that. He's recovering. I think you got to give the guy some grace. I have seen one picture of him in a suit. Okay. One picture. I think it was like early on when after he had first gotten the position and sworn in and things like that, he had a suit on. But other than that, this is how he ran for office.
Yeah.
Like he wore jeans, sweats, sweatshirt. Like this was him. And this is what got him elected. So I don't see anything wrong with him not changing for anybody in those other seats.
Yeah.
I really don't. But what I will say is he's just got to upgrade the casual wear. Like get some Nike Tech Fit stuff. Like just step it up a little bit.
Okay.
His shoes and shorts, they look bad. They looked bad.
Yo, I work from home and I be wearing the same shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but you're probably still a little bit more fashionable than that.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course,
like he could invest in some joggers.
Word. He's a big guy too. He's like humongous.
He is. But he's been through a lot.
Yeah.
I think he had a stroke before. He's recovered well, but now the depression stuff, it's just it's difficult.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
What do you think about putting people in office that have, these mental instabilities and things like that?
I think we've been doing it forever.
So it's just
crazy
more of the usual.
Yeah, it's just like now technology is catching up to documenting it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know. I feel like anyone who wants to fucking run for public office is fucking crazy. That's just not normal. who grows up and wants to and knows that type of job and says, this is what I want to do. I don't believe these people.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that, because I remember growing up, I did have those aspirations. And as you continue to learn more, you get more experience, you become a little bit more wise and understand how the world works. It definitely turns your stomach. Like it turns you off when you see how these people operate.
I mean, we see new clips of Joe Biden like mumbling every day. I don't know what that man's saying.
I don't know either.
How is he going to campaign next year? Like, will somebody run against him? Will a Democrat do it?
I want to know what size font they have on his teleprompter. Because
one letter at a time.
No, he can't spell. So it has to be like either they have a really large screen for the teleprompter so that they can use the big print that they need, or it's like maybe one word at a time or a couple. Like, I don't know.
He'd be freestyling sometimes.
But you also have to have it close enough for him to see.
It's a lot. They need to do something, because I don't know what the fuck he'd be talking about.
They should have awards like how they do Grammys and Oscars and things like that. They should have that for his logistics team that supports him.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Shout out to them. It's a tough job. Would not want that job either. Subscribe on YouTube, subscribe on Spotify, follow on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok.
All the apps. We're everywhere. We are everywhere.